Hi everybody, how's it going? We've got the final Grand Prix event for the season 2021 course. It takes place at Abu Dhabi Yas Marina Formula One Grand Prix. So, since it is the last event, you have 5 days once you started to complete it. Shouldn't take all 5 days to do it as long as you can afford the upgrades or tuning setups as they call it. And for completing the event, you get to win a car, Formula One car from the season 2021. Tuning setup for Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, 7,800 victory points, 50 gold, and some 250,000 motorsport dollars, which is all fine and dandy. Now, if you want to meet the PR requirement for this event, it is, possibly it should be the last one of the 2021 season, which means PR requirements pretty high. It ranges from 128.4 for the bottom tier cars to 128.9 for the top tier. So depending on the car you're racing, your base PR obviously varies. So they are adjusting accordingly. So essentially the overall upgrade cost is gonna be more or less identical. There might be, slight variations between certain setup teams, but for the most part it's gonna be the difference is gonna be negligible. So since this is the last Grand Prix event for the year, it is going to be the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen's swan song kind of a race here, at least for the foreseeable future, right? Who knows what he's gonna do? I don't think he even knows what he's gonna do after the season's over. So that is who I will be racing. I already have him at level 5, as you can see here, which is what you need. And in order to get your driver up to level 5, you need some 25,000 driver XP, and of course that you get by racing the particular racer, right? And then you will have to convert that driver XP to actual level up to PR boost, and that's gonna cost you some 220 gold there. And then that's obviously not going to get you all the way to meeting the PR requirement. Tuning setup alone is not going to get you there. We need combination of all three elements here. So here, yada yada yada. Welcome to Yas Marina, home of the Formula One's Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. For your information, Eric's had some issues at the border and isn't going to make it in time for the race. Maybe he has to quarantine. Who knows? Luckily, Ahmed is in town. Of course he is. And has offered to take over as race team lead for the race. Well, Eric is not necessarily a lead. Okay, fine. Never mind. He doesn't have great technical experience like Eric, but he does have heart and passion. Trust me, Natalia, it'll be fine. I've got a good feeling about this. Call it fate. Just gonna call it what it is. It's our only option. Oh, well, hope he didn't hear it. Good to see you, Mr. Champ. Deserving title for the Iceman, I would say. Let's take another podium together. And of course, we actually have Kimi's car from when he used to race for Ferrari, right? F14T. That is his car. When he was teammates with Alonso, right? So, like this season, not in the same team. They're kind of both in the season though. So that's kind of fun to see. Alonso return, and as Kimi is departing here. So anyway, installation lap, goal, first goal or first stage, we got 4 goals, usual 4 goal, 4, with the last stage, 5 goals. Right, so you get 3 hours of instant service and instant R&D on those upgrades. So let's check out what we got here. As I said, you need to get your driver level up to 5 at the cost of some 220 gold and 25,000 driver XP. Right. So, and once you got that met, brings your PR up to 119, as you can see. And then you need to get your principal level up to level 9, which, if you get enough tuning setups, you'll have plenty, because getting the team principal level up to 9 requires 3,300 principal XP. And when you get like all 28 tuning setups available on a Grand Prix event, you get 4,200 total. So, you get plenty on that side. So the key is to get the driver level, to really make the difference, because that's where you get the majority of your boost, right? So, actually, majority of the boost comes from the tuning setups, right? Motorsport dollars. So I think I need to max it out. So I need to get all 28 tuning setup, which is going to cost me some 3,361,000 motorsport dollars. And yes, my team principal will get to pick up some 4,200 additional XP, right? So it's 150 XP per tuning setup that we purchased. So let's see, we'll go ahead across the board and then see where we end up, since I do have some access, what do you call it, team principal XP. Of course, if I get to max out team principal XP, we go up to, I believe, 9,000, I think is where they max out. And then we can have twice the service bars, right? So, and of course, I got some motorsport dollars to burn here. So what an opportunity, right? All right. Yes, and my main playing account is still having an issue at the moment. So that's a no-go there. So this is my third kind of account that, as you can see, lower level, lower amount of gold. As I spent majority of my gold on maxing out Valkyrie last time when it was offered for the discount. So since then I've been slowly accumulating it back up. But considering that this is not my main playing account, it does get kind of a backseat. But for Kimi, I will do it. All right, so for Alfa Romeo, the what do you call it? The PR requirement is 128.5. So let's see where we end up. All right, so we're gonna get at least 5 tuning setup across the board, 5 each category, right? So that brings my PR up to 125.8. So we got some, 3 PR points or 2.7 PR points that we got to add to what we got going. And each tuning setup gets me a boost up, some here like 0.3, 0.2, right? So I am thinking, instead of going with maxing out all the tuning setups, let's see, this one is 0.4, so we should definitely get that one. And at some point, brakes typically don't give us as much of a boost, so let's hold off on that one. And let's see if we can go with the other categories. And then what I'm gonna try to do is put more, I know I'm gonna be pumping in more gold into Team Principal. And let's see where we end up. So far, our Team Principal, we can get him up to, let's add some grip. And these are getting us like 0.2 PR point boost, right? So we'll do acceleration. So yeah, 0.2 PR point boost. So that brings me up to 127.3. And then maybe one more to level 12. We'll do acceleration or the top speed. And then that doesn't quite get me far enough. Now I just need to bring up one more PR point. And could I reach that from just based on the tuning setups? I'd hope so. But hopefully I don't have to get all the tuning setups. That's my objective here. And we'll get that. We are up to past 128. So we just need 0.4 PR point more. Could we get it from here? Or we could get it from here. So let's go with the grip suspension adjustment, because Alfa Romeo, I mean, acceleration and grip is usually where this team suffers the most. So I'm not maxing out 2 categories, the gearbox mapping, which of course deals with top speed, and the brakes calibration. That's fine. We're at Abu Dhabi, you know. All right, so now that we have met the PR requirement of 128.5, let's do some racing. And no, I wasn't able to quite max out the Team Principal, but that's okay. We'll get there eventually. This is what I mean. A little bit more slippery. But certainly nothing compared to Kimi's old Ferrari F14T, right? So both sporting, of course, Kimi's number 7. Okay, maybe I needed to put some into brakes as well. As the braking point for Abu Dhabi, pretty straightforward. There we go. Look to the left, where the barrier changes into the checker, right, pattern, is where the good braking point is. At least that's a general reference point. Sebastian, there we go. Like a quick run out of that race. And a couple of hundred driver XP. and some 10,000 motorsport dollars added for, I guess it counts as a full lap. All right. So that's that. All right, so first goal down. Let's continue on. Goal 2, it is going to be an average speed challenge. Target speed is 202.7 kph or 126 miles per hour. So another full lap. Should be pretty easy considering this is, stage 1. Braking point for this longest straight here as soon as the rumble strip begins should be, but I guess I need to brake earlier for Alfa Romeo with the number of upgrades I have installed here. So alright, I'll have to make that adjustment as we go on. So a little bit earlier braking point. Either that or get that final brake tuning setup, right? And my old teammate Alonso, sporting his number 14, of course. How's it going? Whoa, dude, Lando, that was totally uncalled for. But no worries, it's all good. That might affect me claiming the P1 finish though, which matters because I won't be winning as much currency, the motorsport dollars. Alright, P4. And Sainz should be able to overtake on the inside, maybe. P3, and who's in P2? Perez. Possibly a best teammate that one can possibly ask for. Checker. What a boss. Alright. Couldn't quite take the P1 thanks to getting spun around. But that's alright. No hard feelings. Alright, just a little under 10,000. Fine. And I don't think I'll quite get through all the stages before the, what do you call it, the daily motorsport cap is reset. So, well, I might take a little break to go over to the old Formula One race and meet today's 250,000 and come back to this. But we'll see. Okay, take advantage of Yasmari's Strait to practice your drafting. Okay, so this is drafting without damaging your vehicle. Continuous. Alright, so there's a condition. So continuous drafting. So I wonder if it's going to end as soon as you complete that 10,000 or 1,000 meters, or I guess 1 kilometers as they call it. Alright, and our drafting partner is going to be none other than Esteban. And yeah, we're not gonna get the drafting here. This is where we're gonna have to make it happen. Oh, I guess it doesn't end right away. Okay, well then, make necessary overtake. Brake a little before the rumble strip begins. Plenty of time to negotiate the chicane there. And then comfortably bring it on home. Now, does this one count as a full lap? I mean, lap counter does say 1, so I'm assuming it will pay out as a full lap race. I don't think we started at the beginning of the... Did we cross the finish line at the beginning? I don't remember. All these races kind of blend together, you know what I mean? Anyway, that will do it. Alright, so 3 goals down, 1 more to go. Another couple of hundred driver XP gained. Thank you very much. And another 10,000 and change. All right. Three goals down. On to the final goal of stage 1, free practice 1 borderline. All right, so what do we have to do? Handling, overtake 8 opponents before the end of free practice 1. Okay. We got 2 laps to do it, so I have a feeling this is going to end as soon as you make those overtakes. And we're starting kind of mid-grid. So I suppose if you wanted to, you can drop down and make easy overtakes with the slower opponents, but really, there's no reason for it. Two down, 6 more to go. And 3 down. Whoa, a little slippery there. And Sainz makes number 6 overtake, and I guess once we claim the the lead, P1, we should be good. Number 7, and Ocon still in the lead. I don't know. I can't see him. There. And yep, number 31. There he is. And let's find out. Does it end? Yes, it does. And of course, that does count for 2 laps, although I didn't even do a full single lap. And we don't get the extra bonus for driver XP because that depends on the distance that you travel. But we will get 21,750 motorsport dollars, which is equivalent to completing 2 full laps in the lead. So there we go. And that does conclude the stage 1. Alright, so we get to pick up some rewards here. the 600 victory points and 10,000 motorsport dollars. So additional 600 victory points. Not gonna get me anywhere near the next reward, but that's all right. And the 10,000 motorsport dollars for the stage completion. So yeah, so that'll do it for the stage 1 playthrough, including those upgrades that I got for this particular racer. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the stage 2 playthrough coming right up. See you there.